everyone, my name is Anayancy and welcome back to my channel. Today we will be talking about college roommate advice because it is that time of the year and this is when everyone's moving into the dorms and they have no idea who will be their roommate, and that is why I am making this video so you can be as prepared as possible for anything that could happen. I am also including some extra tips now that we are in COVID season, and even though we are still moving into the dorms, there's still a lot of things that apply, and I just want to make sure you guys know about all of these things and are aware of that before you move in. But that's enough talking, so let's go ahead and get right into the video. You will be getting a roommate contract and you need to make sure you take that very seriously because that could save your life if things start getting interesting. Think about even the minimum things that could possibly happen that could bother you, even if that includes bringing people over, taking the trash early, making schedules to clean, and that way your roommate can be aware from the beginning, because if things start getting difficult, you can just refer to that contract. Try to introduce yourself to your roommate before actually arriving to the dorm. That way you guys can at least know each other a little bit, and if you want to coordinate colors in the room, and also talk about who's bringing a fridge, who's bringing a microwave. It will also make it less awkward when you arrive because you will at least know each other a little bit. Next, and very important, is make sure you establish guidelines since the very beginning. So by this I mean that literally the day you get there, make sure you talk about things like, what temperature are we gonna keep the room, cold or hot? Or, these are the times that I go to sleep, don't bring any friends at this moment because this is when I'm gonna be studying. Things like that. You don't want to start getting into trouble or just waiting, and then when things start occurring, you're gonna get mad. And that's when the contract comes into the picture, and that way you both can already have something more established and it can just go faster, you know? This one brings me to my next one, which is be considerate of your roommate. If you see that that person is sleeping, don't be rude and play your music out loud, bring other people into the room, or just be disrespectful as a whole. Be considerate of what they're doing, if they're studying, if they're sleeping, if they're doing something important. Make sure you communicate with your roommate if something's not going right. Do it in a respectful way. If you don't communicate to that person what is going wrong, nothing will get fixed and you're probably just going to keep getting annoyed and mad at what they're doing. I do want to highlight the fact that if things are just not getting any better and you already communicated with them, please speak to your RA, tell them the entire situation, tell them the details, show them your documentation. That way they can help you and do something about it. But these next things are what's going to help you to try and avoid all of those problems, because trust me, you don't want to get there. By the way, I forgot to show you guys my little notes. I'm not gonna show you because my handwriting was so ugly. Clean up after yourself. Think about the smallest things like hair in the restroom, in the shower, in the sink, clothes everywhere, personal things everywhere, trash just accumulating over there. Just don't let it get to that point. Clean up after yourself. Remember, it's not just you in the room. You're sharing space with someone you probably don't even know, and just be clean, you know? Just be clean. Don't take anything without asking. Don't just assume that it's okay for you to grab it and your roommate won't get mad. Even if the person said you can use it, it's just respectful and nice for you to ask before you actually take it, because you never know if that person is actually going to be okay or she was just being nice. Next thing is make sure you don't bring people to the room all the time. Doesn't matter if that's your boyfriend, your best friend, or someone who is usually around. Make sure you let them know and ask them if that's okay before they come to the room. That way that person won't feel uncomfortable. Also, very important, if you do bring people into the room, and especially if your roommate is not in the room at the moment, make sure that they don't go to their side and start touching everything, grabbing everything, or sitting on their bed. Next is, once you already made your cleaning schedule, make sure you actually do your part and clean the restroom, clean the room, and make sure you do it fully. Don't just do it halfway, and keep track of when you have to do it yourself. Next is be mindful of your alarms and the lights inside the room. In the mornings, make sure you turn off your alarm right away and don't just let it ring forever. But I know it can happen because sometimes you just actually don't listen to your alarm and that's why it keeps ringing forever. But just be more aware of it. But if it does happen, don't get mad, just talk to your roommate. It would happen to my roommate and I all the time, but we would just take it as a joke and be like, hey girl, your alarm, or we would just throw pillows at each other. It happens, you know? Always speak up for yourself. If something's going wrong or they're being a bad influence to you, speak up, say something, communicate respectfully, and don't let yourself be influenced by your roommates or by people you hang out with. Always set some boundaries, always know your limits, because if you don't say anything, they can just walk all over you and just do whatever they want with the dorm, and you also do not want that to happen. Last but definitely not least is make sure you are always friendly and respectful to your roommate. Even if you're having a problem with them, even if something bothers you, even if you just want to communicate with them about something, always be respectful, always be friendly. Like, it is not worth having a bad relationship with your roommate just because. So just try to have that friendship with them, because seriously, a roommate can impact your life at college so much. And if they're rude to you, I'm not saying take it, but you know, kill them with kindness. Like, that's how it works. We are done with the basic roommate advice, so now we are gonna go ahead and go straight into our new edition of COVID-19 roommate advice. As we all already know, we are living in a crazy year and things just changed tremendously. We were so close to not even be able to move into college. Remember, you are living with them and whatever they do could possibly affect you. So based on the ones that are here in my university at NMSU, I can already tell you how they're probably going to be looking like. So I will tell you guys those procedures today. Not all of them, because I still don't know all of them, but some of them, and I'm pretty sure they can still help. The most important one is keep yourself safe, because if you get infected, you can get your roommate infected as well. So if they require you to wear your mask, please wear it, because if an RA finds you without a mask when you were supposed to be wearing a mask, they're probably gonna give you a warning. And in our case, the second time they catch you without a mask, you could probably get kicked out of housing, and you don't want that, you know? In our case, we are not allowed to have visitors, and people should not be hanging out outside of their rooms with more than 5 people and without a mask. They're probably going to allow you to leave for only essential activities. Ask the questions like, are you okay with me bringing people into the dorm with this whole COVID-19 situation? Or if they prefer to keep social distance here inside the room as well, like you both stay on your side, try not to have that much contact. Also, and very important, if you have symptoms or if you're feeling kind of ill, please let your roommate know. Don't hide it from them, because they're at risk as well. So make sure you have that COVID-19 conversation with your roommate as well, because you want to make sure you're both on the same note. Honestly, this whole COVID-19 situation is just so weird, and like no one is prepared for it. No one knows what's going on. No one knows what's gonna happen. Hope for the best, prepare for the worst. Still have the time of your life. Do not let that affect anything, but just make sure you always stay safe. Even if you're trying to have fun and live the college life experience, like, stay safe, don't break the rules, communicate, all that good stuff. So we have finally reached the end, and I really hope you guys enjoyed this video, because I think it's the first video I was actually prepared for. So I hope this helped, and I'm pretty sure that if you follow this advice, you're going to have a great year and you're just going to be a great roommate. Regardless of everything, always try to keep a positive attitude. Do not let any roommate experience ruin your college life. Remember, you can always switch rooms. It's not the end of the world if you just talk to your RA. But that is it for my video. Thank you so much for watching and staying till the very end. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And don't forget to follow me on all my social media. They'll be right down here. Thank you so much once again. And don't forget to just be you, do you, and for you. Thank you guys. Bye.